Hello, this is my studio, and I'm Ruth. And I have something different for us to do today. I wanted to do a collage, but I had an idea that maybe you would want to do this with me. So, this is going to be a special collage. It's going to be a body of sorts. And we don't know what kind of body until we get finished. So, here's the rule. Well, here are the supplies. You need a magazine. This one's had a few things cut out of it, and that's okay. You need a magazine, you need a pair of scissors, and you need a glue stick. And then you need something to put the collage on. But we can assemble it without having it on something, just to make sure that we like it first. So the rule is, you start at the top of the body. First, we have to find a head, then a midsection, and then legs, or bottom section. I mean, it could be a tail if it's a mermaid. All right, so you have to start, and I'm going to aim this down just a little bit because my overhead is not working. You have to start at the beginning of the magazine and just flip through. And this is a page that came out. So you're just going to turn until you find a face. Now, the face needs to be, I can't, it should be not quite maybe as big as a mouse. I mean, this kind of mouse. Because you don't want it too small. All right, so okay, see, these are too small. I know you can't see them, but trust me, they're too small. We need one that's a good, and it should be looking at you, not looking away. All right, here we go. That one might be too big. Okay, so I have something very skinny to put it on. So, ooh, yeah, that one's too big. That one's too big. Takes up half the page. Boy, too big, too small. Too big, too small. Here we go. Here we go. All right, here are some ladies posing with for a clothing ad. And I'm going to take the first one. I'm just going to tear this page out. And, okay, this one is not looking at me. This one is. So I'm going to take her. And all I'm going to do is kind of go around her head. And she very kindly wore an off-the-shoulder blouse. So I can just kind of, I'm just giving her the waves in her hair that she had when she was born. All right, so there's her head and somewhat shoulders. And I'm going to just set her down here. Next up, a body. Now, it just so happens on the very next page is a body. There's two bodies. Okay, so I'm going to take from the shoulders where we left off down to, I would say, let's see, just above, like about the hips, because that's probably about where legs of some sort will start. And here's her body. She's even gotten an arm. And I'm just going to kind of trim around it. Not real good, but okay, and then we will put those two together. Not too bad so far. Could be so much worse. And now we need some legs. The next girl on the same page does have some legs. I don't know if that's quite fair, but you know what? We're going to do it. Just because it's a game And we can even come in and, let's see, I want to cut it close to about the same spot. Whoops, wrong part. Well, she might have an extra hand. And we can always come in and do this again and use some of the other parts that are left over. There. Okay. So that actually lines up pretty well, except for the extra hand. Maybe we'll just cover that up. And then we'll glue the head on. And we have a body. So you can imagine that if we came across other types of beings, it might not have ended up so well for her. See, there are faces that are just too big and faces that are just too small. But we could have ended up putting a dress like this on her, or a man's outfit, or a bathing suit, or this is a cute little girl. Here's a cute little girl in a pretty pink skirt, you know. So that's what I wanted to do today, and I appreciate you playing along if you did. And maybe you didn't have a chance because you didn't know what we were going to do. So go ahead and get a magazine. Make sure it's not one that somebody in your house wants to keep. But magazine, scissors, glue stick, and then I'm going to put them together in this art journal that I'm making. And I'll probably show you a picture of how that ends up later on. Thanks again.